Welcome to All This Math. This is Professor Parker, and today we're going to do some work with solving one-step equations. But before we get started, I want to take a moment. I want to shout out 720 Sageware. 720 Sageware. It's their Instagram at 720 Sageware. 720 Sageware. They had this T-shirt, and I really dug it, so I copped it, and they got more of these T-shirts on their website if you like it. They also got some other apparel similar to it on their website as well, so go check them out. Some good sisters and brothers selling some good apparel, some uplifting apparel for the people. All right. Now, on to the work. So we are going to solve some one-step equations. I got two examples up here. Negative 16 plus x equals negative 15. We want to know what x is, right? And then over here, we got m over 4 equals negative 13. We want to know what m is. So as is our goal with all equations, with algebra, we want to isolate the variable by itself, right? Question is, how do we do that? And when I say isolate it, like isolate it where? What do you mean, right? So this is the equal sign. The equal sign is the divider between the left side of an equation and the right side of an equation. So that means we want to isolate the x by itself on the side that it's on. So the x is on the left side, so that means we got to get rid of that negative 16. We got to get rid of that negative 16. So the question is how? How do you get rid of a negative 16? Think of what operation negative 16 is involved in. A negative 16 is really a representation of subtracting 16. So the opposite of subtracting 16 would be to add 16. So that means I'm going to add 16 on the left side right here. And then also I'm going to add on the right side too, because math is all about balance. Math is all about balance. Algebra is all about balance. If I add 16 on the left side of the equation, I also got to add 16 on the right side of the equation to keep everything balanced. Negative 16 plus 16, that's going to be 0. The x comes down as x. The equal sign comes down. Now, I got to know something about how to add and subtract positive and negative numbers. Negative 15 plus 16. If I'm on a number line, I start at negative 15. The addition sign means I move to the right. So I move to the right. How far? 16 spaces. We should be able to visualize that. If you can't visualize it yet, print out a number line off the internet or, draw one on your own, on paper. All right. Negative 15 plus 16 is going to end you up at positive 1. All right. Now, I think that's the answer. Now, let's check our work, though. Go back to the original equation and substitute this answer you got in for x. So we got negative 16 plus 1 equals negative 15. All right. Now, again, back to the number line. If we start at negative 16 and we add 1, that means we're moving one space to the right. One space to the right, we end up with negative 15. Negative 15 equals negative 15. That's what we end up with, right? So that means that's proof that x equals 1. That means that this is a true statement. So in math, we're looking for the truth. We not only are concerned with balance, we're concerned with balance in math, right? And that goes back to ancient Kemet. Mayat, right? 7 principles, right? We're concerned with truth. Truth, justice, harmony, balance, order, righteousness, reciprocity. We're concerned with all of those things, right? But we find the truth when we go back and check our work. We go back to check our work, and we want to say, okay, well, this is the correct answer if it gives us the truth, because we're looking for the truth. That's really what we're doing when we're doing math. We're looking for the truth. All right, let's go on to number 2. Number 2, m over 4 equals negative 13. Now, I want to isolate m by itself on the left side of the equation, where it is. I got to get rid of this 4. So ask yourself, what is 4 doing? What is 4 doing in this problem? 4 is being divided. 4 is being divided. So we got to do the opposite of dividing by 4. And the opposite of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. So I'm going to multiply by 4 on the left side. And I also, because we're concerned with balance, right? Remember, ancient Kemet, Mayat, right? We're multiplying by 4 on the left side. We're also multiplying by 4 on the right side. Now, what's going to happen is these 4s are going to cancel out. These 4s are going to cancel out. Now, why? Let me show you why they cancel out. Because if I did it the long way, it would be like 4 times m, which is 4m. And then we got over 4. And then we got negative 52, right? So 4 divided by 4 is 1. So that's 1 and that's 1. So 1m over 1 is just m. Right? So we got m equals negative 52. Right? M is equal to negative 52. Right? Now, I want to check my work to make sure that's right. So I go here and I say I substitute in negative 52 for m. So I got negative 52 over 4 equals negative 13. And that's true. That is true, right? Because 13 times 4, or negative 13 times 4, you can use a calculator for that, or you can just do the mental math by breaking 13 down. That's one way to do it, right? Break 13 down into 10 plus 3. 10 times 4 is 40. 3 times 4 is 12. 40 plus 12, put them together, that's 52, right? Let me show you one more way to do this, though. One more way to do this. Let me write the problem over again. M over 4 equals negative 13. Now, this is a fraction. This is not a fraction, but I can change this into a fraction. All I got to do is just put a 1 underneath of it as the denominator. We can always do that. We can do that with any number, right? Any number. We can convert it into a fraction by writing a 1 underneath of it. Any whole number, any integer, and so on. Boom. Now it's a fraction. The reason I do that is because I can use something called the cross product property. The cross product property. The cross product property says I can multiply diagonally, like in an X formation, like Malcolm X. Think Malcolm X, right? Go in an X formation, multiply upper left times bottom right. M times 1 is M. Write your equal sign. You take the product of each diagonal and write it on each side of the equal sign. And then you do 4 times negative 13, which is still negative 52. And we already checked our answer, so we already know it's right. All right? So that's just a little bit about some one-step equations. All right? And just remember, when we're solving equations, we're trying to find, we got to be balanced. So whatever we do on the left side, we also do on the right side. Whatever we do on the right side, we also do on the left side. And the goal is to find the truth. That's what we use math for. We use math to find the truth. So that's why you always go back and check your work and make sure that when you take the answer that you got and substitute it into the original equation, it gives you something that's a true statement. All right? Now, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Please go ahead and hit that button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like this video if you gain value from it, right? And you learn something new. Share the videos. Let people know. Like, send it to somebody on their phone, right? Let people know what we're doing here, all this math, providing math content and, a little bit of, political awareness, historical awareness as well at the same time, Yeah, that's about it. Also, turn on the post notifications. Turn on the post notifications so that way when I put up new content, because we're going to be putting up a whole lot of content, it's ongoing, right? When I put up new content, you'll be notified, all right? And remember, there's all this math all around you. Peace.